YSL case just continues getting crazy, and crazier. We have another thing we got to react to after this as well on this channel. But before we get to that one, let's get to this. YSL attorney caught charges in court, arrested for having prescription drugs in his bag and assaulting an officer with a phone. But I saw yesterday an update was too that the prescription drugs he had, I guess, were his, but he had them in a different container, not in the bottle it comes with, so that's why they arrested him. After people reviewing the laws, I was watching a couple YouTubers saying that that's not against the law to have it in another packaging, but that's what he was arrested for. So I guess the pills could belong to him, but they were just in another packaging, and that's why they tried to arrest him. The charges could be dropped. Also, the guy's a lawyer, so I'm sure he knows the rules and laws in court before he was to do anything like this. But let's see what this little paragraph says before we go into it.
He, attorney representing YSL member Miles Farley, also known as Slato or Lil Miles, was accused of possessing prescription drugs and assaulting an officer during the Young Thug trial Wednesday. Upon this allegation, Judge Ural Glanville chose to sever Farley's case from the other 13 defendants facing RICO charges.
This came from Law and Crime. We've been keeping up with the case through them, so shout out to them. Every case through them. The XXXacion case, this case, the Tory Lanez case. All right, let's catch this video and let's update those that haven't seen this information. And then the phone, hitting a cop with the phone, is not like it. At first when I heard that, I'm like, damn, what this nigga just went crazy in court and just beamed the cop with his phone? I guess he knows the laws again, so he didn't want them to arrest him holding his phone, because if he did, they can search it. So when they came to grab him, he threw his phone quick to his boy. A cop went in the middle, got hit. Allegedly it hurt, allegedly it didn't. The cop allegedly said it did. So they charged him with hitting an officer, assaulting an officer, because he got hit with the dude's self. You know they be hitting people with petty crimes. This ain't a shock.
So we've got some new details on the attorney who was arrested this morning on his way to represent one of the defendants in the YSL RICO trial. And tonight we spoke with a law partner of Anastasios Menendez, who says that his colleague was detained just before he entered the courtroom. Along with the disruption of court proceedings and obstruction, Menendez is also charged with possessing drugs that were not in their original container. Now, an earlier charge of simple battery on a law enforcement officer has been dismissed. Attorney Ben Tevis says that's what happened, that what happened to his colleague is an illegal arrest.
I think mistakes were made on the part of the sheriff's office. Cooler heads should have prevailed and said, well, what is this? Let's look at it. Do you have prescriptions for these? Let's talk about it, or maybe get a higher up or a judge or somebody involved. Instead, they arrested him, hauled him away, brought all these other charges, and, you know, we don't even know what it is they're claiming that he possessed.
And within the last few hours, Tevis tells 11 Alive that Menendez has been released from the Fulton County Jail.
It just shows you I believe the media is I believe all this media attention sometimes annoys the court, and it just works against Dugga, and they're really trying to get him. This is actually sad. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I don't want to say it too early, but God forbid it doesn't go our way. I feel like he has a good argument for a new trial as well as the Tory Lanez. Like, this trial has just been insane. A lot has been going on that I believe is taken away from just people looking at it as a fair trial.
Now, the latest on a developing story. A defense attorney in the YSL gang trial is now in the same jail as his clients. We have this picture from a witness as police took the lawyer away in handcuffs. Chelsea Michael Seiden has been on this story since it broke this morning. And Michael, this all started with some prescription medications.
It was a stunning scene. A defense attorney in the Young Slime Life gang trial seen here in handcuffs, now under arrest and accused of trying to bring prescription pills into the courtroom. Anastasios Menendez, seen here with his client Miles Farley, who's one of more than a dozen defendants charged in the sweeping gang case against hip-hop superstar Young Thug and his alleged associates, is also facing additional charges, including simple battery on a law enforcement officer, after investigators say he threw his cell phone at a captain. But witnesses say what happened was an accident.
You see? They try to say that he threw the cell phone at the captain. You know they're going to always try to give you charges.
Ask him to his phone. He was going to give me the phone because I asked him for it. He tries to toss it at me, but the officer that has him on handcuffs janks him. So as he tosses the phone, instead of it going my way, he goes to the officer that's standing to my right, and he taps her on the shoulder. It was an accident.
Chada Jimenez, a former prosecutor turned criminal defense attorney, says he was stunned to see the increased security measures outside the courtroom.
Whatever they claim they found, they could have just walked him to the back. There's no reason to cuff him. He's an attorney. He's not a flight risk. He wasn't fighting them. But they wanted to make a spectacle out of it and teach us a lesson. Us attorneys, we better fall in line and listen to whatever they tell us to do.
Again, I'm trying to tell you.
It's like this whole thing in here, I'm telling you, this case is just insane. It's just interesting, but again, it's not interesting when you're Young Thug and they're playing with your life, and I just believe that this could all work against him as well. It's scaring me. I pray not. I hope let's believe in the justice system, as many say. Let's hope that he still gets a fair trial. But after just seeing what happened to Tory and his trial and a lot of stuff going insane in there, looking like a TV show, it's just scary seeing this all over again.
The arrest. Judge Ural Glanville took the bench, announcing that without his attorney, Miles Farley would now be tried separately.
Now, Menieda's
being tried separately, is that good or bad? I feel like low-key, maybe that's you'll be again away from the RICO case, but then I'm not sure if that's bad because you lose a lawyer. I'm not sure how that works. You guys let me know down below if you're more educated on that part of it. Would it be good or would it be bad if you're tried separately?
Arrest happened while he was waiting for Judge Glanville to rule on his motion for his client to get bond. Now, this case
I believe he did get bond, like $650,000. He was the first one.
Been severed. It's unclear what will happen next. We have more details on it right now. It's been 3 months since jury selection started. A single juror has been seated. We've been seen several fights, even an alleged drug deal in the middle of the courtroom. There's also this leaked video of a witness speaking to investigators. The Fulton County District Attorney says the leak may have put that witness's life in danger. It isn't just suspects. A judge forced one.
We reacted to that as well. This case has been insane. Remember when the dude went and dapped up Thugger, and Thugger was like, I don't even know what he gave me. Then this YSL Woody, we reacted to that whole video that leaked that put his life at, the whole thing with Gunna. Like, all this is just insane.
Potential jury to write a 30-page essay.
Yeah, the 30-page essay, whatever happened.
Jury duty, and some lawyers just asked to be taken off the case last week, saying they aren't being paid enough for such a long trial.
That is insane, and I just feel bad for Young Thug. And innocent until proven guilty. Let's hope that everything that happens comes out. But what would you do if I tell you this isn't the only thing that happened this week alone in this trial? Something else happened right after. I actually haven't seen this video, but I've been hearing about it. So if you haven't watched this yet, I suggest you subscribe to the channel and go check out this video.